Alafia. This is a review of the Apple 2nd generation 15-inch MacBook Pro with Touch Bar. The MacBook Pro with a Touch Bar looks exactly like its predecessor, with oversized trackpad, butterfly 2 keyboard that's a joy to type on. The keys are wider and flatter than the MacBook Pro of yesteryear, resulting in more precision when typing. The shallower keyboard coupled with the butterfly 2 switches makes for a very clicky keyboard. The general complaint you've heard from the masses relates to port selection. Apple made a bold move here by future-proofing the MacBook and the MacBook Pro, so all you get here is 4 USB Type-C ports with Thunderbolt 3 compatibility and a headphone jack. All USB Type-C port means you'll have a mess of dongles to connect any non-USB Type-C peripherals, and that can be quite expensive. I wish Apple kept the SD card reader, as it's the easiest way to import footage from my camera. Thankfully, third-party solutions are now available to cushion the bill, like the $51 hub from Hitachi. The display. The display comes in at a resolution of 2880 by 1800, making text and images super crisp. The display also features reduced bezels, making the MacBook Pro more compact than its non-touch bar counterparts. The display is super bright at 500 nits, making it usable outdoors. Above the display sits the ambient light sensor that automatically adjusts the brightness of the display, keyboard backlight, and OLED touch bar. The touch bar. The touch bar is a key selling feature of the MacBook Pro. But is it necessary? I forgot the touch bar actually existed during the first few days of owning the MacBook Pro. I only used it to adjust volume, screen brightness, and to access the escape key. The touch bar initially didn't offer any unique features, as I mostly used keyboard shortcuts. It wasn't until I started using supported apps like Final Cut Pro and Pixelmator that the touch bar became useful. Things like changing text size and text color became a breeze, as I didn't have to click through font sizes. The touch bar is very smooth to the touch. The fingers glide easily, like margarine. I did remove the Siri button and replaced it with a screen lock control. I sometimes hit the touch bar by accident when hitting the delete key, but that may be a result of poor finger placement. Beside the touch bar sits Touch ID. Touch ID is integrated into the power button, making unlocking the MacBook Pro a breeze. Touch ID also adds support for Apple Pay on the web. Specs and performance. When purchasing the MacBook Pro, I had to think long term, because this is an investment. I decided to go with Apple's highest-end stock offering, featuring 2.9 GHz quad-core Core i7, 16 GB of DDR3 RAM, 4 GB Radeon Pro 560 graphics, Intel HD graphics 630, and 512 GB SSD. So it's mad fast. It can handle anything you throw at it. I'm not a gamer, so I'm unable to give you gaming performance results. Battery life. Battery life is rated at 10 hours of web browsing. I get roughly around 4 to 6 hours of usage, as I'm always heavily multitasking. While we're in battery life, let's talk about charging the MacBook Pro. MagSafe is gone, so if you trip over the cable, you'll pull the MacBook Pro straight to the ground. So get some Apple care. On the plus side, the MacBook Pro can be charged with any one of its 4 USB Type-C ports, and the USB Type-C cable detaches from the power adapter, so there's no need to replace the entire power adapter when the cable breaks. And one more thing. Apple no longer bundles the extension cable with the MacBook Pro, so you have to fork over an extra 25 Canadian dollars if you need the extra length. The standard cable is 6 feet. Before I wrap up, I would like to speak on the trackpad. As you can see, the trackpad takes up most of the palm rest. I don't know why Apple went with such a large trackpad, but I'm hoping they future-proofed it for some accessory like the Apple Pencil, which would be awesome. The trackpad does work as expected, and palm rejection is quite good. I've run into problems a total of 3 times when I tried clicking while my palm was fully rested on the trackpad. Conclusion. The MacBook Pro with Touch Bar is an investment and should be treated as such. That's because you won't be able to upgrade the RAM or SSD after purchase. What you buy is what you get. The MacBook Pro is a joy to use, minus the lack of legacy ports, but that will improve when accessory manufacturers catch up. Is the MacBook Pro with Touch Bar worth it? I say yes, even if it puts a dent in your wallet. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and until next time, I'm Terrain. Subscribe!